What's up, Vape Fam? Today we're taking a look at the Chameleon RDA from Hotcig. Now this RDA was sent to me for the purpose of this review. Thank you, Hotcig, for the opportunity. It is called the Chameleon because it is a color changing dripper. Color changing dripper. So with that in mind, I'm going to leave the build in for the up close and breakdown, just so I can show you guys in real time about how quick it changes colors with the build I have in it. So with that, let's just go right into it with the up close and breakdown to see what makes it vape. Alright, here we are up close with the Chameleon from Hotcig. This is the packaging it comes in. It's very different. I believe the DX200 comes like this. Pop it open. Inside you have your dripper and a little goodie bag. Now the goodie bag will have an Allen key, screws, O-rings, and your 510 adapter, so I'm going to pull that out. There is the 510 adapter. I'll show you that in a second. Then you have your dripper. Now the top cap and the 510 adapter are interchangeable. Just pop it on like so. Pop your 510 in. Then you have the bottom protruding 510 pin, made by Hotcig, not for sale, because this is a sample item for review. So just pull the top cap off. You have your barrel. Come on. Here's the barrel. You have 3 cutouts, dual coil and single coil. Flat top. And then you have your deck. Now I left the build in because I'm going to show the color changing. It is a velocity style deck, dual post, grub screws. You have bottom airflow, these 2 slots. It is a pretty good airy draw. Peak insulator around the positive pin down there in the bottom. Now because it is a shorter deck, you do have a smaller juice well, so keep that in mind. So you can see the bottom airflow comes through right underneath the coils. There is some really nice beveling along this edge here on the deck too. I don't know how well you're going to see it. See if I can get it a little closer. Zoom. Focus. No, maybe not. But there's a nice chamfered edge on there. The machining on this is actually really good, especially for the price range that it comes in. Single O-ring. Now what you're probably waiting for, let me put this cap on. Let me pop it on the mod. Now keep in mind this is a pretty hot build. It is at 140 watts, so it is going to change color pretty fast. I am hitting it and letting off and hitting it and letting off. And then as you see, the Chameleon logo starts to show up as it turns white. Happens pretty fast with a really hot build in there. Other than that, it is a relatively short RDA. Now it does change back to red fairly quick once you take the barrel off. As you can see, it's already starting to do it from the bottom up. And different things that absorb heat will actually change it back faster. You can actually speed the process up using just your fingers. There you go. It's been a lot of fun to play around with. I think that about wraps it up for the dripper itself. So I'm going to re-wick this and then we will go back up and we will talk about it and we'll vape on it. Alright guys, that was the up close and breakdown with the Chameleon RDA from Hotcig. I've really been enjoying this thing. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm a big fan of two-post stacks because it lets me put these builds in here that I just love. The Fuse Clapton build is pretty much my go-to. Anytime I get a new dripper in to try, I always put the Fuse Claptons in there because it's a build I know really, really well. It gives me a really good comparison and baseline. And the flavor out of this thing has been great. Just absolutely great. The shorter drippers, the shorter RDAs, and this one is definitely a shorter one, tend to be really good on flavor. You get more heat because you are right up close to the coils. I mean, they're right there with the top cap off. But in exchange, you get some really awesome flavor. This one is bottom airflow, like the Tsunami or the Kennedy. The airflow is pretty good. Nice and wide open. Adjustable by spinning the barrel. Single coil option on the barrel as well. Comes in 3 colors right now, and color is going to be important on this one because it is a color changing RDA. Black, yellow, and red. I believe all 3 change to white. I know for sure the red and the yellow do. I love this little chameleon logo right there. It's the same color as, you know, the standard color on the dripper before it changes. So it is kind of ghosted in. It just kind of looks like an all red barrel. And then once it changes to white, that chameleon really stands out and pops. The color changing speed is going to vary based on how hot your build is. I run pretty hot builds, so mine changes color pretty fast. It also takes longer with hot builds to cool back down and change back to red, so mine spends a lot of time being white, kind of a little pink. You can actually absorb some of the heat with different stuff and change some of it back quicker. This bottle of juice, I was doing this earlier. Put little spots on it. I've just been having a lot of fun with it. I'm taking the barrel off, letting it cool down at different speeds, just really playing with the color changing on it. It is hybrid compatible, which is awesome. It does have the drip tip adapter, which is great. The velocity deck, again, I love the velocity decks, so no complaint from me there. If you're not a two-post fan, well, I mean, it's subjective, but I really enjoy being able to put larger builds in the two-post decks. I haven't had any stripping of the grub screws. I haven't had any problems with it. I ripped one of the O-rings, but again, I've been playing with the barrel like crazy, so I wasn't really surprised by that. I believe this is a palm material instead of the peak material, so it does get a little bit warm. But it's still not bad, and I am running it at 140 watts, which is quite a bit for a short little dripper like this. I really don't have any negatives to say about it. Price-wise, you're looking at around $25. The HotVapor.com website and their Alibaba website will be linked in the description, so definitely check it out. Again, it's just been a great short little RDA, no issues, nothing to speak of. It's built for flavor. If you are looking for an easy-to-use flavor RDA, this is definitely one to check out. If you're looking for a color-changing RDA, this is the only one I've seen so far. Well, the only one I have so far anyway. And definitely worth it for $25. So all in all, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. Like, subscribe, it helps me out. If you have any questions, anything I didn't address, leave it in the comments below. I try to get to them the best I can. Hope to see you guys again soon. Till then, keep on vaping.